TNERIFE cops have pleaded for volunteers to take part in a large-scale search for Jay Slater, despite rejecting help from British police. Authorities on the island last week insisted they had the resources they needed for the hunt. Jay, from Lancashire, has been missing since last Monday, and has not been seen or heard from in the 12 days since. Now almost 2 weeks into the search, Tenerife police have appealed for volunteers to help scour the mountainous terrain on the island where Jay was last known to be. Officials say the huge sweeping search will take place tomorrow in Mosca from Ninin. Police confirmed they are not looking for general unexperienced members of the public to join the search. Instead, they are requesting the help of those who are experts in dealing with rocky terrain as well as professional volunteers such as firefighters. Their cry for help comes despite them turning down help from their British counterparts as they insisted they had all the resources required. Police in Tenerife said today, the Guardia Civil prepares and coordinates a large search to find the young British man missing in the village of Masca. The collaboration of all those volunteer associations is requested, civil protection, firefighters, etc., and even private volunteers who are experts in the abrupt search terrain. The massive search will be carried out on Saturday, 29 June from Ninin. Jay's distraught mum Debbie Duncan last week slammed police on the island for not letting cops from Lancashire police fly out to help search for her son. She said, "I know the Spanish police mean well, but the problem we are having is the language barrier. We just don't seem to be getting told. I'm sure they are doing their best. They told me they'd used dogs and drones, and then they said Lancashire police had offered their resources but they turned it down, but I think that would have really helped. I would feel happier if our people were over helping. It's just so difficult not knowing where he is. The area and the terrain is rough, but the police were saying that now there are too many people up there and it could interfere with their investigation." On Tuesday, cops on the island were forced to draft in reinforcements with specialist sniffer dog teams, search dog units, trained specially to comb large areas were in from Madrid some 1,300 miles away. It was hoped the specially trained hounds would found clues on Jay's whereabouts. After going to a rave that finished in the early hours of June 17, Jay headed to Masca with 2 British men he had met that night. The 19-year-old shared a final snapshot from their Arab of a hand holding a cigarette at 7.30. Jay then tried to make his way back to his holiday accommodation, an 11-hour walk away. But at around 8.50, he made a final frantic call to friend Lucy, telling her he was lost in the middle of nowhere with no water and had just 1% battery on his phone. Since then, a mammoth search operation involving drones, sniffer dogs, and helicopters has been working tirelessly to find any trace of Jay. Rescue crews have been focusing much of their search on a 2,000-foot ravine in the desolate rural Destino Park. They have now shifted their focus to Cades near Los Carrizales, around an hour and a half on foot from the Arab Jay went to with 2 men. Los Carrizales is a small hamlet not far from Masca in the Tino Mountains. But police sources have warned that it is very unlikely Jay has survived if he got lost in the mountains. Yet authorities have said there are no plans to put a stop to the search yet, despite no signs of Jay. The police's call for help comes as amateur TikTok sleuths have taken it upon themselves to try and search for Jay. Armed with their cameras and hiking boots, they have recorded themselves trekking through the mountainous scrubland Jay was last known to be in. Among them are British TikTok vloggers Andrew Knight and Paul Arnott, who have been sharing clips with the legions of followers. Paul from Bedfordshire claimed in his latest video that he has been welcomed by police in Tenerife, but former cop Charlie Hedges told The Sun about the risks of online sleuths and amateur detectives trying to crack the case. He urged the public not to take it upon themselves to help the search, as he noted, despite their best intentions, they may end up causing more trouble.